Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. Now in today's video, we're going to be checking out Amazfit brand new budget smartwatch, and that is in the form of the Bip 3. Now I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Bip series, but basically Amazfit has a wide range of smartwatches, and the Bip happens to be the one of the entry-level smartwatch. It is the most affordable one, and it's definitely for those people out there who are looking to get their first smartwatch, or maybe if you are getting a gift for your parents or for your friends or something like that. The Bip 3 is actually something that you might want to check out. Now today's video, I won't go through the Bip 3 Pro, because the only difference between the Bip 3 and the Bip 3 Pro is that the Pro version comes with GPS built in. So today we're going to focus mainly on the Bip 3, as I've been using this guy here for more than a week now, and I have a lot of experiences to actually share with you guys. So before we begin the video, of course, if you could just support the channel by dropping a like and subbing to the channel, that would be super awesome. With that said, let us move on to the desk right now and check out the Amazfit Bip 3. Alright, so first things first, we're going to talk a bit about the pricing. Now the Bip 3 here is retailing in Malaysia for RM199, and the Pro version, if you need that GPS, is just 50 ringgit more at RM249. Everything else remains the same, the design looks the same, all the other features is the same. So the only main difference, if you need that GPS, is just 50 ringgit more. Alright, so done with the price, let's check out the watch itself. Now the watch itself comes in 3 different beautiful colors, I would say. We have the black, we also have a blue, and we have the pink. This is how it basically looks like. I've been using the black version now for almost my entire 1 week, but I noticed that there is also this blue version which looks quite nice. I would say that if you are buying this watch for maybe like a child or someone who likes this kind of colors, you actually have these kind of options, especially if you want to get one for the ladies as well. This pink looks really nice, and you will notice at the back here, the entire case itself is in that color. So very cool stuff there in terms of the coloring for Amazfit Bip 3. Now we're going to take a look very quickly at how this device feels and looks like. Now in terms of the straps here, we do have these straps, and I'm using the blue one for reference right now because you can't really see it on the black. But notice that we do have these kind of lines going down the straps itself. It feels very, very comfortable, and if you turn it to the back here, notice that we do have these locks at the back again, so that you can switch them out or swap them for different kind of straps if you prefer something a little bit different. So very easy and good to see that we always have these latches on the Amazfit Bip 3. Now the main thing I would say when I first held this watch is that it's super lightweight, guys. So in terms of the weight, I put it on a weighing scale, and the Amazfit Bip 3 is just 33 grams. Now for reference sake, you might not know what 33 grams really feels like, but I do have my G-Shock watch here. This is actually 52 grams. And if I move a little bit higher to Amazfit's T-Rex is 60 grams. So this is approximately almost double the weight of the Amazfit Bip 3. Now, it is very important for me to highlight this, because when the watch is this lightweight, you barely even feel the watch on your wrist. And for me, it is a blessing in disguise, because I wear my watch to sleep at night, and I always use the sleep tracking of the watch itself. So it's definitely very much appreciated, because I won't feel the watch on my wrist. I love that about the Amazfit Bip 3. The weight itself is awesome. Now moving back to the design and all that, let's take a look at the display at the front here. We're going to take the black version because I've been using this one. Now at the front, we do have a brand new display. The display is also larger than the previous Amazfit Bips. It's also bigger than the Bip U. So now it is having a 1.69-inch LCD display, and with a larger display, you will be able to see more information on the screen itself. The good news here is also that we do have curved sides on the edges here, so it makes gliding on the display very easy to use. Apart from that, it's also worth pointing out that this watch is now 5 ATM waterproof. That means you can bring it to your swims. Alright, so now that we have done talking about the display and the build quality, let's move on and talk a bit about the features of the watch and what can you really do with it. So with that said, I'm just going to show you a very quick operation on how this watch works. Now if you just slide down from the top here, this is where you get into a couple of quick shortcuts. Now if you drag up from the bottom, this is where you'll get into the notifications. Notifications here is actually quite alright. I would say that having a larger display here definitely is able to see more fonts or more words on the display itself. And when you buy a watch like this, you really just want to be able to see your notifications on the go. Now moving on to the display again once more, if I just swipe towards the right or even towards the left, this is where we get into the loop of widgets. So first up for me, I put off my activity goal over here, so you can see I do have a quick look at my number of steps, how many hours I've been standing and all that. If I just swipe on, this is where I get into my heart rate. I can see it very quickly. Right over here, I have my SpO2. If I just swipe on again, this is where I see my stress levels. Again, if you notice, it's actually quite fluid to just swipe through the widgets. Very, very smooth here on the Amazfit Bip 3. And these are all just widgets, guys. Of course, you also still have your music controls, which you can control your music from most apps. It works with Spotify, it works with Apple Music, it also works with YouTube, by the way. So those are the kind of apps that you can use together with the music controls. Alright, so that's just in terms of the widgets. Now, very quickly, we're going to talk a little bit about the health tracking component of the Amazfit Bip 3. Now, this watch itself covers 4 basic items. Now, the first one we have is the all-day heart rate monitoring, which I found to be quite accurate. The second thing we have is actually the SpO2, that means your blood oxygen levels. Now, we do not have all-day SpO2 tracking. Whenever you want to check it out, you will have to tap the measure button on the watch itself. The third thing we have here is the stress tracking, which it does so all day. However, the stress tracking is only when you're not moving that often. So, those are the kind of information that you can get. Last but not least is the sleep tracking as well as your naps tracking. Now, this one I found to be really very accurate because I've been tracking my sleeps the past 1 week, and I'll show you some information on the screens right now. And these are actually very accurate. Like the time I go to sleep and get up from bed is very, very spot on. So those are the 4 main components of tracking that the Amazfit Bip 3 is able to do. Now, I must point out that the Amazfit Bip 3 here, the watch itself is not actually a medical device. So in any case, if you are having any health issues, you should definitely check in with your doctor instead of just relying on the results from a watch like this. Now, moving on, let's talk a little bit about those activity workouts and all that. What are you able to track here? And for that, you can actually go into your workout mode, and this is where you can see that we have those up to 60 plus activities. You have your treadmills, your outdoor runnings, your cycling, walking, yoga, and of course, you have a ton of activities here. And if you want to see even more activities, you can just click the more sports, and then it goes into even deeper. There's a ton of activities here, guys. But the bottom line here is that this watch does not come with GPS. So when I was trying to track a run, outdoors, I had to use it together with my phone. So that's just something that you need to take note of. And in terms of the workout, you can actually check out your history here. So I've been running a couple of, just not that much actually, but I did track my my treadmill running here on the watch, and you can see I do have all my records here. So for instance, I'm just going to tap into this one here, and again, you can see the amount of your exercise duration, you can see your average pace, your heart rate and all that. So yep, it's very good for tracking, basic kind of activities on your watch here with the Bip 3. Now, moving on to the final point, I just want to talk very quickly about the battery life. Now, the battery life on the Amazfit Bip 3 here has been really amazing. Amazfit claims that this watch will last you approximately 2 weeks on normal use. Well, me, for myself, I have a ton of notifications coming in, like almost 50 to 60 notifications a day. And I've been using my watch almost on the daily basis to track my runs, as you can see from the workout history. And it was still able to last all the way up to 8 days, guys. I believe that if I, cut down a bit of activities, I can definitely push it to like 11 or 12 days. So if you're looking for a very powerful battery life kind of smartwatch, the Amazfit Bip 3 here might be able to help you out because it's just very good battery life here. In terms of the charging speeds, it takes approximately 2 hours to charge it from empty to full, so pretty standard anyway. So yeah, that's that in terms of the battery life. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much it for the Amazfit Bip 3. Again, this watch is really designed for you guys out there who, maybe you are getting your first smartwatch. If you want something to just show you your time, some basic notifications to track basic activities, you're not those kind of extreme kind of, a sportsman or something like that. I think the Amazfit Bip 3 here is the perfect watch for you guys. At the price of just RM199, you can get the Bip 3, and if you must have GPS, just add on $50 to get the Bip 3 Pro. I'll put on some links down below here so that you can find out more information, or you can put your purchases in. They're all down in the links below. And with that said, if you have any further questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I'll try to help you out here with answering them. And of course, don't forget to drop a like and sub to the channel to see more content like this. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. I hope you have a great week and stay safe, everybody. Bye!